Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video that's going to be this month's monthly haul. I am going to show you all the things that I added to my collection throughout the month of November, and I'm going to give you some quick little first impressions or second impressions or straight up reviews of these items because I have tried most of these items from before and I have videos on them, so I'm gonna tell you all about these things. And if you have not been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I'm such a lover of beauty and makeup. I love everything beauty and makeup related. I try all of it so you don't have to. I'm also a big lover of color, which you can see in this makeup look right here. And if you want to see some more makeup content on your timeline, don't forget to subscribe because I upload. Well, right now I'm uploading every day until Christmas, but normally I upload 5 videos a week. If you haven't watched my channel before, you might not know that I am in the middle of a move, and me and my husband are moving abroad. So I'm trying to buy as little things as possible because I am well aware that everything that I'm adding into my collection right now is another thing that I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with, like another thing to bring to another country. If you want to see more about like my move and stuff, I do have videos up on that on my channel, but I have a Q&A actually with my husband yesterday. So I actually only bought 4 things this month, and I have used all those 4 things and I can give you some thoughts about them. Still did receive some things in PR though. I've been trying to reach out to companies, like letting them know, please don't send me any more PR, I'm in the middle of a move. Sending things to Sweden though does take some time, so therefore some things are still trickling in, but I think I've been managed to talk to most brands. There's a couple left that I haven't been able to talk to. If you are a brand that's sending me PR and you're watching this, reach out to me when I move to get my new address. I am very stressed, but let's dive into the things. I bought 2 things from BH Cosmetics. I'm gonna start with the things that I bought myself, and then I'm gonna dive into PR. And I will link all the things that I'm mentioning in this video, I will link them down below together with corresponding videos if I've made videos on them. The first thing that I bought is something that I buy every month, and this is gonna probably be the only thing that I buy in December, and that is that I'm gonna buy the December Birthstone palette from BH Cosmetics. This is the citrine one for November. This is so pretty. I really did enjoy this one. One of my favorite combos, or one of my only favorite combos basically when it comes to brown, is brown with yellow. I love brown with yellow more than I like yellow with anything, to be honest. I think yellow and brown, there's just something about it, just looks so wonderful, and I love the makeup look that I did with this one. This is set up as any of the other birthstone palette. It's a big one. That's like the color of the stone according to BH Cosmetics. It's a pressed glitter, and that's just 5 shades that they think go with the palette. I am gonna do a separate video ranking all of these as soon as I have the one for December that is called Turquoise. It is actually being released the day that you're watching this, which is gonna be the 1st of December. So that's probably gonna be the only thing that I buy in December. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna do a December haul because of that, since I don't think I will be actually adding anything to my collection. I do have a PR package from Melt. I did pay customs for it, so it is heading my way, but I don't think it's gonna be like anything more than I might be missing something, but I'm not gonna buy anything. The other palette that I bought was the Lit List. I was not gonna buy this. This is the holiday palette, but so many people were asking me if I could do something with this. So many people wanted me to like talk about the quality of this one. It was the same good quality as the holiday palette from last year, which is the Naughty palette. I did talk about that in the video that I did with this palette. I bought it for science, to compare, to let you know. BH Cosmetics is one of my favorite brands right now. They do one of the best eyeshadow formulas, honestly, I know. Not good for the price, like good. And this is the good BH Cosmetics quality. It has 1 pressed glitter that's right here. Last year you had 2, so at least it's only 1 this year. I really love these super sparkly metallics in the middle. This is a pressed glitter, but these other ones, really sparkly, beautiful, pigmented, easy to work with metallics. Mattes are really nice. All in all, it's a really nice palette. I'm happy I bought it. I'm happy that I made a video on it. Like I said, I have swatches, 2 looks, and a little bit of a comparison to last year's palette. That video is already live. I will leave a link to it down below. Oh, I forgot to talk about this look that I have on right now. I filmed this for Instagram, but it most probably will not be live on Instagram as this is going up because I don't see myself having time to edit both of those. But if you are interested in this look, I did this with the Game Beauty Harbinger palette. Let me put, why am I putting it back in the sleeve? I'm not keeping this sleeve. Listen, I did it with the Game Beauty Harbinger palette. I will leave a pinned comment. I will leave a pinned comment with the things that I have on my face, and there will be a little tutorial coming to my Instagram in a little bit. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. Another thing that I did buy is I actually bought this one, the Lady Bold lip liner from Too Faced. I was interested in trying this one out. I'm actually becoming, I use a lip liner pretty much every time I do my makeup. Actually not today because unless I'm doing a liquid lipstick. Maybe I should put it like that. Unless I'm doing a liquid lipstick, I'm using a lip liner, and I'm always trying new formulas to see which ones are the best. So I bought this one when I was buying the Natasha Denona Retro palette that I have in a giveaway. That giveaway was last Friday. Don't forget to check last Friday's new makeup releases. That one had a pretty epic giveaway with the BH Cosmetics Person in Paris, the Natasha Denona Retro palette, a bunch of like Colourpop and other things. So don't forget to check that video. I bought this in Badass, and it's actually a really cute packaging. The color is indicated by a 3D like heart on the middle. This is like a chrome baby pink. It is like squared. It feels really substantial, like the packaging is beautiful. And then the heart on the bottom, it is a clicky, so you click it and you can't take it down, so don't click up too much. And then the color is indicated by this here as well. This is like it's basically this color, like a neutrally slightly rosy pink leaning. It's not too pink, it's more like a neutral beigey pink. I really like this color. I think the formula is slightly too, I don't want to say smeary, but it is like a little too like, yeah, maybe smear is the right word. It goes on very easily, and like immediately when you swipe, you just get a full opacity liner, and that can be good, but it also can be a little hard if you want to be a little bit more precise. But I like the color. I thought the formula was nice. Do I think it's worth the extra money? I don't know about that, but I will say that sometimes when you buy an expensive lip liner, I don't really know what you're paying for. Did I smudge on this one? A little bit. But at least here you are getting a really nice packaging. Although when you get this nice packaging, how much product do you get? This one has 0.23 grams. Let me go look at one of my other lip liners and see how much in comparison this is. Okay, so I've found some different lip liners, and it seems like, because this is also a twist up lip liner, the one from Juvia's Place, the twist up, and this has approximately the same amount of product in it. But when you go to these that you sharpen yourself, this is from Natasha Denona, and this one is from Nebula. This one has 1.2 grams, and this one has 1.12 grams. So it seems like you're getting an incredibly more amount of product if you're actually buying one that you sharpen yourself compared to one that you twist up. I don't know if that is like something that's across the field, it's always like that, but it seems like as a twist up liner, it has the same amount of product as some of the other twist up liners I do prefer actually though the Juvia's Place quality of this one because it's easier to make more precise lines. But of course the packaging of this one is beautiful, and if you're the kind of person that really enjoys nice packaging, you might enjoy it. It's not a bad lip liner at all. The last thing I bought myself with my own money is the Jo Malone Starlit Mandarin and Honey Cologne. This is the perfume that I talked about in my Sephora VIB sale video. Can you believe Sephora is doing another VIB sale? I think like tomorrow or something. I'm not doing another video. If you want to see some VIB recommendations, I have some videos about that. Those still stand true. And I did talk about this one that I wanted to buy it myself, and I did. I bought it myself. It's very expensive. This smells... It smells like mandarin and honey, but it makes it smell a little sweet, almost like that. Mandarin is like a sweet citrus, and with the honey, and it smells, okay, if you usually like the kind of perfumes that I like, I don't think you're gonna like this one. I don't think I would have liked this one either if it hadn't been that this one smelled very reminiscent of something that my grandma actually had. And it's just something about this that just smells very like my childhood in the best way. And it does smell very much of the mandarin in the beginning, and then it lays down to more of a sweet citrus with the honey really coming through. I really like the perfume. If you think that mandarin and honey sounds like something you'd like, you would probably like this one because it does smell like that. So those are the things that I bought myself. I love Jo Malone. I think Jo Malone makes really interesting scents that really makes me think of different situations. Now we're going to talk about some of the PR that I have gotten. And It's not as much as it sometimes is, but it's still a substantial amount of things, so let's bring them in. I have them here in my lap so we can talk about them. Let's start with talking about some of the news from LH Cosmetics that is owned by Linda Hallberg. She did release 5 more crayons. All her crayons are multi-use. You can use them as blush. I have used these as blush. They work really good as cream blush. These are extra creamy and extra blendable, and these are made to be especially for the lips, but they're also eye safe and they do dry down. So if you want to use them as eyeliner, they definitely work as that. If you want to use them as an eyeshadow base and smudge them out and then use eyeshadows on top, they definitely work as that. And I've used them as cream blush. They definitely work as that. If you just blend them out before they set down, but you do have a little work time. You don't have to be worried about that. It's 5 different colors. I think they're all really pretty. I especially myself love the one that's sepia because it's like a, well, it is a brown, more a brownie color, and you can see I've really used this one. I really enjoyed that. I think it's such a beautiful color. These are extra good if you want to fill out your entire lips, because these are a little extra creamy. Like I said with the Too Faced one, I prefer lip liners. If I'm gonna use lip liners, I prefer something that's not this creamy to do the definition on my lips, but I've used this to fill out my entire lips, and they dry down like a comfortable matte lipstick and stay on really good. So for that purpose, they're beautiful and also really nice as cream blushes. And then we have the 2 mascaras that they came out with. They had a waterproof mascara from before. That's also a really nice waterproof mascara. This is the Infinity Power Lash in Soft Volume and in Lengthening. These I haven't tried enough to be able to give you some reviews, but I will say that the lengthening one is so lengthening that I cannot use it on my lower lashes because they become too long, they touch my cheeks and they leave little dots. So if that tells you anything, maybe that at least. The lengthening one is a little bit more of a watery formula. It's not watery, but it's not like moussey. Maybe like that. So far, I've liked all of these. I just need to try out the mascaras a bit more before I give like my final thoughts about them. I also got the new lip collection by BK Beauty. These I haven't been able to try out at all. I've had, oh my god, is this my hairs? Let's not have that. I haven't been able to try these out at all. I did take a picture though and put it on my Instagram. I'm toying with the idea to do just a little Instagram lip swatching video because I am wearing makeup every day now, not only because I love makeup, but also because I'm filming every day, because I have to pre-film, I'm moving soon. We'll say that the components of these are beautiful. The lipsticks, they're incredible. Like the lipstick components, they're heavy, they're magnetic, they're metal, they're beautiful. I do hope that she will come up with some more colors in the future. They're not so pink leaning, because myself, I'll use pink leaning lipsticks, but maybe once every 15 times I do my makeup. Most of the times I will use something orange leaning or something more brown leaning, but I still think that just initial thought on like how they look incredibly professional, incredibly well made, and I look forward to using them a lot. I will give some more thoughts about these as I've used them. I recently got these into my collection and I haven't been able to try them out myself yet. So this is also something, this is probably, no it's not, but this is probably the second to last thing I've got in PR. I haven't been able to try this out at all. I've only been able to take a picture for Instagram, and I will say just initial thoughts on this collection just from looking at it. Packaging, 10 out of 10. Some pieces are like, this is beautiful, some pieces are like shiny, some pieces are matte, some are metallic, and the inside, this is the palette that has slightly larger pans. If you have the Tinkerbell palette, this is the same size as the Tinkerbell palette. These shadows look like the Natasha Denona Glam palette, but smaller and of course less expensive. But if you wanted that color story, but you didn't want to splurge on the Glam palette, I think that you would be more than happy just trying this out and seeing if that's your jive. I don't think I'll have time to film something with this, but I will definitely be trying this out, and especially swatching it side by side with the Glam palette to let you know if I think that these could be somewhat dupes, because just my initial thoughts on seeing this collection, I was like, okay, these are probably going to be not, if not dupes, at least very close. Okay, very close. There are some gel liners and some lippies as well in this collection. If you want to see a closer look, like I said, I have that on my Instagram. And then they put the pressed glitters in separate compartments. This one is in Cabana, but I will say they look less like pressed glitters. This one looks more like an actual pressed glitter, this one that's Cabana, but I thought the other one, the one that is called Get Clarity. I thought that one looks like it has some base color as well. This one that is in Crystal Cave, mine actually came empty. There's no shadow in here. Like, it's just a compartment. I think I'm gonna save the compartment. I feel like it could come in handy. So I don't have that shade. If like, this is PR for me, I don't really care. But if this happens to you, don't forget to contact Colourpop's customer service so you can get that one. But this one is in Get Clarity. And I feel like this one looks like it has a little bit of a base color. Am I correct? So it's gonna be interesting to try these out. I just don't think I'll have time now before I pack down my studio. But I don't think that this collection is like limited edition or anything like that. So I would say if you wanted to hear my opinion about it, I will give you my opinion. I just don't think I'll have time to give you my opinion before I move. But initial thought, it looks very good. Packaging is incredible. And even though it's not my kind of color story, I still understand who it is for. I do have this one. I'm gonna end with this one because I want to show you some swatches, because this is the new duochrome, multichrome palette by Lethal Cosmetics. I'm gonna end with that one because I haven't touched it yet, and I'm gonna show you some swatches. So let's end with that one actually, because I'm gonna show you some swatches because I won't have time to do a dedicated video, but I really think swatches will help if you were thinking that you might want to get it. Here is something that I am looking forward to trying a lot. These are from We Makeup. These are the new brushes. They look exactly like brushes that I use a lot of. Like, this is a small smudger. This looks exactly, it's called short shader. This is exactly the kind of brush that I use under my, like, on my lower lash line. This one is a blender. It's such a small blender. Like, can you see how small that blender is? It looks incredible. This is a pencil brush. This is a classic shader, so it's, oh wait, what is that? It's just a little bit bigger. This is perfect for packing and blending colorful shadow. And then it is this one. This one is a eyebrow brush. It's like a very thin and nice eyebrow brush that you can do your brows with. And then it is a spoolie on the other side. These like handles are really nice, like lavender, and then you have a metallic purple on the ferrules. This just looks really, really cute. I am very much looking forward to trying these brushes. We Makeup usually does really good things, so I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be really nice too. Okay, let me quickly show you two gifts that I've gotten, which is, I usually don't get gifts, but I'm going to show you quickly because this is something that I will be as well giving some thoughts on in the future. I actually had a subscriber come to Sweden. She came to Linköping. She was from the US, and she actually brought me one of these. I usually do not accept gifts from subscribers, but we met up and we had a drink. She was in my town, and she gave me one of these makeup erasers minis that I have not been able to find in Sweden. I am so excited to try these. These are machine washables and reusable. They will last 3 to 5 years. I've been dying to try these, and I wanted to have the small ones. I recently got these just like a week or so ago, so I haven't tried them yet because I wanted to show you. But this is something I'm gonna try, and I'm incredibly excited to try these. And I'm so thankful that I got them as a gift. Another gift that I got was the Rare Beauty mascara. Now I can take it out of the packaging. I just think that this is so cool. Wait, let me get it out of the packaging. The PR packaging looks like this, and I got this entire PR package from my friend Maggie. If you follow me on my vlog channel, you know my friend Maggie. She got this PR package, but she got this mascara twice sent to her as PR, so she actually sent me one to try out. So I am gonna try the Rare Beauty mascara. Pretty sure that Samantha March really loves this mascara, right? So yeah, I'm gonna try this one out, and we'll see if I think it's as good as she thinks that it is. I also got the new palette from Nomad Cosmetics sent to me as PR. I did have a video doing basically like swatches of some new indie shadows, and I did include this one, and also in the video where I'm talking about my move, I'm doing like a get ready with me, I'm using it. It's a really beautiful, all shimmer except one matte black here, like all metallic, very sparkly metallic, very high shine metallic palette that has really beautiful colors. It's like almost a rainbow. It has a metallic white that has a little bit of it almost, it has a little bit of, not a shift, but there's something more to it. This one is my favorite, this peach. I said that in the video where I'm swatching this. So rare to find like a peach. Not a gold with a peach undertone, not a pink with a peach, not in gold, like a peach. It's so pretty. The matte black is actually stunning. If this is something that you wanted to add to your collection, if you're the kind of person that likes to add a colorful shimmer, these are very high quality. Check the check the swatch video. I will link that down below. And I also swatched this one in that video, the Witching Hour by Alien Cosmetics. I had a couple of palettes that I haven't tried on my eyes yet. That's why I'm having the OPV Beauty palette on today. I think I'm gonna try this one next because I haven't used it on my eyes yet, and therefore I won't be able to give you any thoughts. All the thoughts that I had on this palette, they're the same as they were in the video where I swatched it. It swatches somewhat similarly to Alien Cosmetics usually does, except this orange here that feels almost like a very pigmented cream shadow, and it swatches a little bit different, and I have to use this one on my eyes to be able to see whether or not I like it. But yeah, this is from Alien Cosmetics that had not changed their name to Unearthly Cosmetics because they had to change their name because of different reasons that I've talked about before. But if you're wondering, Alien Cosmetics is now Unearthly Cosmetics. It's the, I was gonna say the same webpage, but if you go to Alien Cosmetics, you will still be redirected to Unearthly Cosmetics. All the discount codes are still the same and everything like that. I will leave that down below because I have a discount code for both of these palettes, and also I did get a discount code for Blend Bunny Cosmetics. These palettes, these two plus the two I just showed you, all of them are in the video where I'm swatching Indie Beauty shadows, and this one is the Blends palette, which is the first palette that they came out with, and this is basically the rainbow palettes of all the rainbow palettes. It has so many different shades. The only thing that's really missing in this one is like a bright yellow, but other than that, you have so many blues and greens and purples and berries and reds and oranges, and even a neutral row, matte black, matte white. It really does have something of everything, and I will say I'm very impressed with the quality of Blend Bunny. Like, they have really good buildable, blendable, pigmented formula. They also sent me the Search palette. This one I have an Instagram tutorial on, and you've probably seen a couple of videos where I'm wearing, these are bright neons. I can see on the viewfinder that they're not coming off as bright neon as they are. I did feel like I was able to capture that in the swatch video, so if you want to see that, check out the swatch video. There's one row of neons, one of metallics, really dark murky mattes, more like grungy mid-tone mattes, and then a row of pastels. Very interesting palette. Really did enjoy working with this one as well. I look forward to trying it a bit more. And yeah, I actually, like, these palettes are not as big as I thought they were going to be. Even though the pans are like probably the same size as normal eyeshadow, this palette is very compact, and I feel like she was able to cram in a lot of things in a not too big of a palette. Like, this is smaller than the palette, this one for example. Oh, let me see if I can, like this one. This one is smaller than the one from BH Cosmetics. And I thought that this palette was going to be bigger than this one, but it turns out that the Blend Bunny palette is actually very compact and small. And not small, but smaller than I thought. And I'm happy to see that, because sometimes it's hard to know like how big is it when you're just seeing it online. I got the Gloss Gods and Miss Vanity Veins palette. They did a collab together. I actually went to the release party in Stockholm. I do have a vlog of that on my vlog channel. If you want to see some vlogs, I have the vlog channel linked in my description box. I think I'm gonna get rid of the sleeve now because usually I don't save sleeves like this. This is what the palette looks like. I do have a video where I'm using this if you want to see me use some of these shades, especially, well, mostly, let's be honest, the blue one here. This is a really fun palette. If you want to see more things from Gloss Gods, I did swatch the two duochrome palettes that they released. They are restocking them soon. I will let you know as soon as those are restocked. Those are also swatched in the video when I'm swatching these, if you were interested in seeing some more duochrome action. This is a really pretty palette. I'm excited for the creator being able to have such a fun opportunity. So if you want to see more Gloss Gods on my channel, do let me know, because I think it's a really fun brand. It is a Swedish indie brand, which is really fun. I always love supporting Swedish brands. We have Oden's Eye, and now we have Gloss Gods. They do ship worldwide, and if you're in the EU, this is a really fun way to try out more colorful shades, because Gloss Gods does have a lot of like fun colorful things, and also duochromes, without having to pay the import fees and stuff if buying from like the US and stuff. Okay, I have very few things left, and I am quite excited about that. When I went to the event for this palette, they also gave me two more things. Here they are. They gave me the Rapid Marking Brow Pen. Have not tried this one, but I will. My friend Maggie said that it's actually a really good brow pen, so I'm gonna try it. And then I got a hydrating shower mousse from Ida Vari. I don't know if I will be bringing this one to the US. Maybe I will. Which scent is this? Is this like, how do you know which scent it is? Are you not supposed to know the scent? Is there maybe just one scent? Oh, it smells really nice. Maybe this is just like the one scent. I'm not sure, but it's the green one. I have no idea if it's only one scent or what it is, but it smells really nice. I will see if I'm able to bring stuff like this to the US. Otherwise, I'm just gonna give it to someone because, I mean, who doesn't want some shower mousse? I love the texture of shower mousse. I also got sent 2 things from Drunk Elephant and Ulta when Drunk Elephant was launched at Ulta. I'm really looking forward to visiting Ulta, by the way. I love Ulta. This is the TLC Sukari Baby Facial. Very much looking forward to trying this one. And the Protini Polypeptide Cream. I'm very much looking forward to trying this one. This is one of those that you squeeze and the cream comes out here. Very much looking forward to that. Oh, and I also got a little sample of the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. I'm not the biggest facial oil person. Maybe they will change my mind. We'll see how I feel about that. But usually I'm not like die hard into facial oils and stuff like that. I also got a package from Sigma and I was actually very excited to get this one because I went through my brush shampoos. You always ask me, how do you take care of your brushes? What do you do to clean your brushes? I always use the Sigma brush shampoo. They have a foam one, which this one is. This is the foam one. I think I'm going to keep this in the packaging because I am going to bring this. This is the foam one and they also have a liquid one. I think both of them are really good. I used up both of mine. Well, actually my husband used up them because he was cleaning my brushes the last time. But it's just a really good brush shampoo. It takes out everything. I don't really feel like my brushes are that like, even if I use like red or blue eyeshadows, it gets out most of the staining. And I also feel like it doesn't tear like on the brushes or like make them, it makes them last longer and like keeps them nice and soft, and just it works on synthetic brushes and it also works on natural hair brushes. I really like the brush shampoo. I've been using it for years. I've never had any reason to look for anything else. It also works with beauty blenders. I think it's a really nice one. They also sent me this new tool. This is the Palmat 2-in-1 brush cleaning tool. Pretty sure I had this from Pract, which was their sister brand. I don't know if they have the sister brand anymore. This one is really great though. It looks like this here. Like it looks like this here, and you can also like put it over your palm, so it's really easy to clean your brushes. This is actually a really good brush tool, and if you were looking for something easy and small to help you clean your brushes, I 1,000,000% recommend something like this because I have tried this before from Sigma's sister brand. It looks pretty similar and it's a really good tool. So I honestly think this is really good. I already have one of these, so maybe I will give this one away. But if you were looking for something smaller to help clean your brushes, I definitely recommend these. I think they're honestly really good. Okay, I only have one PR thing left, and that is, I have it here on the bottom, and I got a package from Kaleidos. And I'm not 100% sure why I got this package. I got it yesterday. I've opened it yesterday night, and I haven't been able to really look into it. They sent me a pair of socks. Can I just say, I freaking love this. I love socks. I always put on socks. Sometimes I even sleep with socks. There's something about having socks on, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that now that we moved to a very warm place, but I love socks. I'm definitely keeping these. These are so cute. So cute. So cute. Although I will say that these were a size 37 to like 42 or something, and I have a size 35.5, so they might be too big for me. I'm still gonna keep them as like cozy socks though. But they sent me 4 of their lip clays in the single compartments, because now you can buy them as singles as well. They also sent me the Astro Pink palette, and they sent me 2 of their highlighters. I don't know if these are reformulated. If I know before I'm publishing this video, I will pop it up here. If not, I'm gonna write Kaleidos after this, and I am gonna put it in the description box. Are these reformulated? Is that why they're sending it to me? Because this is the Astro Pink palette. It is the Skywalker and the Prophecy highlighter. Both of the highlighter formula from Kaleidos is amazing. The eyeshadow formula from Kaleidos is amazing. The Astro Pink is actually my favorite small palette. I don't know if they reformulated, was that needed? Because it is incredible, incredible. And then I have the Rubino, the Fiamma, which colors are these? Cactus, Flower, and Dahlia. They're like basically like red pink, like these kind of colors. So I don't know, maybe you know more than me, but like I said, I will put info in the description box. And now let me get rid of all of these things and we can swatch the beautiful palette, this one. the one from Lethal Cosmetics. I got this in yesterday. I've only taken some pictures of it, but it's time to swatch it, and I'm going to show you in different lightings because I want to show you the shifts. It looks incredible, but let me get these things out of the way. Okay, so this palette from Lethal Cosmetics is going to be the last thing that I talk about in this haul. I did get this one yesterday. Yes, I got it yesterday. This is their multichrome palette. I actually now already did the close-up swatches of this one because I wanted to see exactly what we were working with, and I also did show you a bit of the palette. Let me show you the close-up so you can see. Like these multichromes, they don't really come off on camera unless you really work with them, so just the close-up of the palette is not really going to show you much. This is the kind of palette that Lethal Cosmetics have had before. I think you can buy these singles. I think they're around $16 or $16.50 or something, but you can buy them as a bundle price together with the palette and you will get a little bit of a discount. These pans are the same size as Lethal Cosmetics usually is, so if you have a palette that you're building from Lethal Cosmetics, or if you want to pop something out and rearrange, you can just buy a couple of these and they will fit seamlessly in with your other Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows. I did swatch all of these. I'm actually gonna, let me swatch them again and just live swatch them and we can have a peeky peek. I think that could be fun. Let me swatch the top 3 here. I will put the names of these because I mean you can pop them out. You see there is holes on the back, you can pop them out, but I already put them in here, so that could be a little bit of hassle. But this is what the 3 top shadows look like, and I'm gonna put the names of these shadows in the order that I swatched them down below so that you can find them easily. This first one is all of these are multichromes. Let's just start there. This first one is a pinky purple to blue to a lime green. I think what you see here is the lime green. This is not a totally unusual shadow. I have seen shadows like this before. It's not like totally unheard of, but again, Lethal Cosmetics is a Germany-based indie brand, and for that reason I think this is easier to get a hold of if you're living in Europe, and I do think like you will see that in the close-up swatches that these are really sparkly and pretty. The next one is it is like a minty to a green to like more a gold. This ends with more of a gold. This is probably the most pigmented and the most sparkly of all of the shadows that I'm going to show you. This might be like, if you're only getting one, I would suggest this one. It's going to be number 2 in the list down below. The last one in this row is a turquoise to a lime green to a pinky purple. Really pretty. This is actually like you can see here, you see the purple, but when I look at it, it is a straight up green, but you see the pinky purple, I see the green. This has a really cool shift, and I think that this one will make a really good like addition to a cool palette. Like it is truly a green to a pinky purple. It's very cool. I think that this one is, I don't know how many shades like this I have in my collection. I think it's fairly unique, to be honest, and I like all 3 of these shades. I think they are really pretty, super pretty shades. Like I said, I will show you some close-ups in just a little bit, and all of these are more of, maybe the last one has more of a base color, but I would say so far the shadows are a little bit more on the topper side. Like they will show up and you can layer them on top of others, and the color that you put underneath. So especially these first 2 shades are more like topper shades. They're perfect for like inner corner, and they're also all of these perfect to layer on top of other metallics or to layer on top of mattes to get them to shift in different ways depending on what you put underneath. Now let's get down to the next row. The first one that I'm swatching here, it is like a pretty striking fuchsia to a green to a gold. I think that you see the fuchsia here. When I look at it, I see the greeny gold. This one, which is the one in the middle, which is going to be number 2, it is like a purple to a green, but this one has more of a smoky base, and this is more like not maybe a pinky purple. I think that you see the bright foresty green. So this is more a muted green to more a muted smoky purple. It has a little bit more of a smoky base. And then we have this last one. It is like a green to a lime, what I say, like a green to a lime to a gold. It's not like a super unique color. Again, we have seen stuff like that before, but it's still really pretty. I will say that this first one, the one that is a like a pink to a gold to a green, it is not, I don't want to say weak, but you might need to layer that one up a little bit. It's I don't know, it just feels a little thin. Not that I think it's bad, but like It's probably really pretty on the eyes though. It's just me based on swatching. So this is the smoky purple to the green. I think that you see the green here. I don't think you see the much of the purple. You will in the close-up swatches. I see a very bright purple. I think that this is a really, really cool color. And this last one that is the yellow, yeah, you definitely see the more antique gold here, and I see a bright green, so it's definitely like a green to a gold moment. All three of these are really good. This one is a little bit thin. Not that I think that it's going to look horrible on the eyes, but it just doesn't pick up. Maybe that's what I want to say. It doesn't pick up when I'm swatching it as much on the finger as the other ones do. So I don't think that is necessarily a bad thing, but it just doesn't pick up as much as the other ones do. Okay, let's do the last row. This is the row that is a little darker. We're going to start with this one that is like a dark turquoisey blue to this like olivey green, and then we have this like red to a rust, and last we have a shade that I'm a little bit confused by, and you're gonna see that in close-up swatches as well. This is definitely like a dark midnight, almost purple leaning blue to like a turquoise to a green. It is very pretty. It's the kind of duochrome that we have seen it before, but I think a lot of people would really like this. This is the kind of shade, this is a typical multichrome shade that a lot of brands have, but now it's readily accessible if you are living in Europe. So this is a bright cobalt blue to more like a bright green to an olive. It's really, really pretty, and this one is really pigmented and really good quality. The next one is this like, I want to say it's like almost green to gold to, or is it like, yeah, it has a little bit almost like a green end to it, but it's like a yellowy green to a copper to like a coppery gold to this like burgundy that you see here. When I look at it, I see this like coppery green shift. It's very, very pretty. Again, you will see the shifts when I do the close-ups. And then we have this last one. You see black here. I see red when I look at it here, but I mean, I think it's supposed to have, I don't know if it's just a black red. It has a little bit of a gold. It has a black base. You see black here. And this is the thing, like first of all, it swatches very weakly for having a black base. This is the only one where I'm like, I don't know about this shade. You see a little bit of the green here, I think, because I can see a little bit of the green. It is like a green to a burgundy with a black base, but I don't think that this one in particular is as good. It doesn't pick up as much, but like the same as I said with this one that also doesn't pick up as much, this little swatch is good. And since this is a layering shade that doesn't have, it has a transparent base, it's still going to look pretty when you layer it on top of things. This has a black base and it still feels like it's almost too hard pressed, like you really can't pick it up. And even, I'm going to show you the close-ups now. The close-ups are going to be swatched in the exact same order as I swatched these. And you will be able to see with the last one here with the black base that it's just something about that one that's just not as impressive as the other shades. So I would say that maybe mine is too hard pressed, because I feel like that could be the case. It's just a little bit too hard pressed. Or maybe that's the way they want it to be. But I feel like that last one, that's like black and red, I feel like the idea of that one is better than the execution of it. I still think the other ones are really, really pretty, and I especially, like, my favorites are the three first ones. The three first ones are absolutely incredible. I feel like those would be such a great addition to any palette that you're building yourself. Such a great layering shade, such a great inner corner shade. That like green to pinky purple would be so pretty, even with a neutral crease. That would be so pretty. Would be pretty with mauves and pinks and greens, anything, to be honest. So those three first shades are my absolute favorites, and I really like all of them except this last one that I'm not 100% sure what happened with, if mine is too, because even when I look, that's the thing, even when I look at them, the ones that I said that they don't pick up as good, those are lower in the pan. So maybe mine are actually, all the other one are filled to the exact same, and I think all of these are this exact same amount of product in them, because usually these kind of shadows, it's not about how much you fill them, it's about how much you weigh them. But these two that I said didn't pick up as good as like the other ones, they are a little further down in the pan, so maybe they have been harder pressed, which doesn't really bother me that much when it comes to this one, because I still feel like you will be able to layer this just perfectly. But with this one, it doesn't pick up as good as the other ones. So that's the only one where I'm a little bit, I don't know about this one. Maybe it's just mine, because it seems like mine might be a little bit too hard pressed. But all in all, I think that these are really pretty multichrome shadows. If you were wanting to try some multichromes, if you didn't want to buy this entire bundle, I would definitely recommend the 3 first shades that are going to be down in the description box. I do have a non-affiliated code with Lethal. I don't exactly know what it is, but I will also put that down below, and I don't know if it works on this. I think it does, and you can get 10% off your order. It's not affiliated, like I said, so I don't earn a commission on it, but try and see if you can use it. And this whole like multichrome thing, or buying a full multichrome palette, I like what they did here, because you can still build your own palette and just add a couple. Like, you don't have to like buy all of them unless you really want to. I still feel like it's a bit easier to like digest when it's 9 and not like 900, because I feel like sometimes it can be a bit cumbersome to just understand all of the different formulas and finishes, and multichromes can be really hard to show off on camera as well. I hope this was a little bit helpful. I just wanted to include this at the end of the haul because I did receive this palette yesterday, and I knew, because we are in the middle of just closing off this part of this chapter of our lives, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to film a dedicated video on it. But I hope you enjoyed these swatches. I hope you enjoyed my haul. Let me know down below if you bought something in November that you thought was like a really good purchase, or let me know if you bought something that you regret you bought. Did you go crazy on Black Friday? I did not, and I feel really happy about that. I will maybe have a haul for December as well. I'm not 100% sure. It depends. Probably I will not. We'll see, to be honest, because I don't think I will be buying anything, and I honestly don't think I will be receiving that much in PR either. I'm hoping, but I will have a ranking of the things that I hauled last month, and I will do a ranking of this as well. Not 100% sure when that will happen, but I will do something. I will try and keep my momentum going when it comes to ranking. I will also have the best of 2021 and the worst of 2021, and also ranking all of the palettes I tried this year. Those videos are also coming on my channel in case you're interested. Okay, I'm gonna go get some lunch. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again tomorrow for a new video. Ooh, it's gonna be a declutter. It's declutter time tomorrow. Bye!